Are you a new bassoon player? Are you having trouble figuring out what all the parts are? Are you also having trouble putting the bassoon together?
I need help.
Well, don't worry, because today we'll be learning how to assemble and play the bassoon. Alright, so you ready to learn how to put the bassoon together? Alright, sounds good, sounds good. Alright, the first thing we need to do, we need to learn what all the parts are. Yes, all the parts. Yeah, the ones in your case? Yeah, exactly. Okay, can you point the camera towards the case for me? There we go. Alright, let's learn all the parts of the bassoon, shall we? I'm gonna go ahead and let you point, and then I'll tell you what they are, okay? Okay, so that part right there, that is actually called the boot joint. Alright, which part would you like to learn next? Okay, alright, so that part right there, that's called the wing joint. Okay, what next? Okay, yeah, so that part, that's the longest part of the bassoon, that's called the long joint. Okay, so then that piece right there, yeah, you see that logo at the top? That's called the bell. Alright, now I want you to grab that long metal piece at the top of your case. Yeah, so that one right there, yeah, that piece. So that's called the bocal, okay? Alright, you've learned all the parts of the bassoon. Awesome. Wait, what? Why do you think we're done? Could someone go get him, please? Dude, why'd you try to leave? Don't you know you still have to put the bassoon together? Come on, bro. Okay, are you ready to learn how to do that? Okay, good. Alright, so let's go ahead and try to first put together the boot joint and the wing joint. Yeah, can you get those for me? Yeah, the boot joint and the wing joint. Those two. Alright, so when you get these two parts, you want to make sure that you hold them correctly. With the boot joint, you want to make sure that you have your hand cupped around the part because you don't want to push down on the rods. Same thing applies to the wing joint. Now when putting these together, you want to make sure that you try not to go straight down and push it into the boot joint. You want to make sure that the wing joint, you twist it back and forth until it goes into place, and make sure that that rod right there is in the middle of the rod below it. Alright, now we're going to learn how to put together the bell and the long joint. Can you get those parts for me? There you go, yeah, that's the bell and the long joint. Okay, now the same holding rules that we had with the boot joint and the wing joint apply with the long joint and the bell. And when you're putting the bell onto the long joint, make sure you gently twist it into place and make sure that the rod that's on top of the bell lines up with the rod that's on the long joint. Alright, now that we put that all together, make sure that we get all those parts and put them right in front of you, okay? Whoa, hold up. We never, ever hold the bassoon at the top of the wing joint, okay? Whenever we hold the bassoon, hold it where the wing joint meets the boot joint, because we hold it at the wing joint, the boot joint could fall off. Yeah, I know, it can be really, really bad. Okay, now holding the boot joint that way, take the long joint and go ahead and twist it gently into place at the other hole you have at the top of the boot joint. Yeah, right there. Make sure to twist in the long joint gently so we won't damage the long joint or the wing joint. Yeah, just like that. Also make sure to have your bassoon body lock put into place, and also make sure that your wing joint and long joint are right next to each other. Alright, now that we have the whole bassoon put together, let's go ahead and get the bocal, okay? Can you go get the bocal for me? Alright, go ahead and go get it. Alright, same thing applies with the bocal. Make sure to gently twist it into place with that hole right on top of the wing joint. Alright, go ahead and put it into place. Okay, now wait, hold up. Okay, we want to make sure we never ever hold the bocal at the front of the bocal like that, okay? Make sure you're holding it where the curve is. Yeah, exactly, right there. We want to make sure not to hold the bocal at the front, because if we held it at the front when twisting it in, we could either bend it or even break it. Yeah, I know. Let's make sure we don't do that, okay? Alright, gently twist it into place. But When twisting into place, also make sure that when you press down the whisper key, that little hole at the front of the vocal lines up with the middle of the whisper key pad. Okay, when playing the bassoon, we want to make sure that we have the right posture. Make sure not to slouch in your chair or to kick your legs out in front of you, but instead, make sure your feet are flat on the floor, and also make sure that your back is away from the chair and straight. Once you've done this, go ahead and take your seat strap and put it on the chair under you. But when putting it on the chair, make sure that it's about 1/3 away from the front of the chair. Go ahead and adjust it accordingly, but we can adjust it in a second too. Now go ahead and go get your bassoon. What we're going to do right now with the seat strap that we put on the chair, we're going to get that little hook at the end of the seat strap and hook it onto the small hole that's at the bottom of the boot joint. Now that we have the seat strap attached to the bassoon, we can go ahead and adjust it accordingly to our body. We want to make sure that we pull the bassoon strap so that way when we pull the bassoon towards our face, the vocal lines up perfectly in between our lips, just like this. With our left hand, we want to make sure that our index finger, middle finger, and ring finger are on the 3 holes at the top, and then make sure that our pinky finger is resting over those keys right here. At rest position, your left thumb should be resting on top of the whisper key, but as you continue to play bassoon in the future, you'll be using all of these thumb keys as well. With our right hand, we want to make sure that our index finger is on the top hole, middle finger on the second hole, with our ring finger on that flat key, with our pinky hovering over those keys right there. To help our right hand stay in the right position, we have something called a crutch that we put onto our bassoon. Once you have that on your bassoon, make sure to twist the crutch screw tight so that way your crutch won't move, and rest your right hand on top of the crutch like this, with your right hand hovering over these keys right here. Great job! You now know how to put the bassoon together and hold it.
I can play the bassoon now.
Hey, hold up. You learned how to put it together. You haven't learned how to make a sound yet.
You're right.